Okay, so I just want to share with this real quick because not a lot of people have this online. This is a TCL 10L, and I'm actually replacing the screen because the screen shattered. But anyways, as far as getting access to the front, you have to remove the back, even though that the front is easier to take apart, which I'll show you what I'm talking about, because it doesn't have the curves and stuff on the display. So see how it's kind of flat right there on the side? That is so much easier to get to, and it comes right off. It's so much easier. There is a bit of glue, so it is a little bit difficult, but the back is like a trip for sure. The back is actually curved. As you can tell, kind of leans right into the center thing, so you will get scratches and stuff on the side of the panels when you're removing it. So just keep that in mind, but less scratches the better. Obviously, if you're trying to replace it, you're not trying to throw it away. So what you'll need is the razor to get in between the gaps of this, right? And when you do that, you put this on the side. This apparently holds it back and everything like that. So you can gain access, make it easier. But while you're doing that as well, then you have to slide one of these in there. And kind of manipulate it all the way around. I got this in there, right? And was using this at the same time, and using my fingernail and these, and it still took me a good 2 hours to get it open. When it comes open, obviously that's going to be attached, but I'm just doing it for the convenience of the video. So it is this back part right here for the camera. Like I said, it's going to be really on there, so it's quite difficult. But when you open it anyways, when you finally get it, this will be right here, and you'll have a couple of screws in here. I've removed the screws and everything, and I've removed the screws down here. Something to keep note of: the screws down here are a little bit bigger. They're 1.5 millimeters, and these are a little bit smaller at 5.5. But once that happens and you remove all the bolts and everything like that, then this just comes right off. This is supposed to come off right as well. It gives you access to the battery from TCL. Obviously being very careful, because you can puncture this, and once you puncture this is done, because otherwise it will catch on fire. Just note that. And then so these power things over here on the side, you have to be really gentle because they're holding on my tape. When you're removing it from the motherboard, it's just right here on the side. I've actually seen a couple of videos, and I'm still going to watch another video on it and everything. So then here on the side, this is all as one unit, and then the unit comes off. The SIM card is right here on the top. Comes right off. But let me show you what I'm talking about as far as this display. So I thought that it was one side. So like, here's the display, right? And so the display is so much easier because it's flat. So, and you can tell it would be so much easier if they could just make the attachment you could pull over here and pull the display right off, and you're good to go. But no, you have to remove everything on the whole thing to gain access to that display. It's just like these newer phones with the curved things. It's just irritating, for sure. Especially with all the cameras and stuff like that. It's just like a headache. Especially if you shatter the screen just a little bit. It's enough to drive anyone crazy, because opening that takes 2 or 3 hours easily. When I saw somebody else do it online, they didn't use the razor, and it just pops right open. I'm like, what? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And TCL actually says the left corner right here is where you start, and you pop it open. But I didn't see that working either. That didn't work for me either, because there's so much glue on the side from the side that it makes it very, very difficult. Obviously, you know, it's supposed to hold together, but you still have to, if you have to do maintenance on it, you have to get access to it. So that's what I just figured I'd throw my 2 cents out there. If you are doing a repair with a curved display, just keep in mind of that for any phone with a curved display, um, it's obviously going to vary from manufacturer to manufacturer. But as far as the glue, and then of course you have to be really cautious of these little tiny parts puncturing one little tiny part, and then the whole phone's done anyways. So that's why I'm just like me. I'm taking my time about it to fix the display, and all it is a little. It's like a little attachment like here that connects to the motherboard on the display, and you just plug it all back in. It's like it's just time consuming. But anyways, I figured I'd share that.